4 years, youth across the country journey to Fort Collins, Colorado
for a life-changing experience called National Youth Conference, also known as NYC.
NYC provides a lot of opportunities to grow in your faith, meet others, and have fun.
Sometimes I think Brethren Youth can feel kind of lonely because they may be in sort of small churches, or there may not be other Brethren churches close by. And NYC was always an opportunity to feel like you're part of a larger community and part of a larger group that shared Brethren values and the history of the Brethren.
I remember NYC 2002, the theme was "For Such a Time as This," and we talked about Esther, and it was a great time to build community and learn more about one another. It was my first conference and one of my first opportunities to meet with other Church of the Brethren youth, and it was a really enlightening experience.
Rarely do you have a chance to be with so many other Brethren folk that are in similar places and stages in life. And as a young person, I really felt that keenly, that these were people who understood how I viewed the world, even though we might have contexts that were very different. Our values were very similar.
I went to National Youth Conference in 1986 at Estes Park, Colorado, and I just remember being with just more youth than I ever thought imaginable in the Church of the Brethren. Friends, new friends, met my college roommate at National Youth Conference, and it was just an exhilarating time of worship and play and being together.
Our theme for NYC is Called by Christ, Blessed for the Journey Together, and it comes from Ephesians 4, 1-7.
In this theme, Christ calls each of us to follow him and to do great things on the journey of life.
Another aspect of the theme that we really liked was the call for unity and oneness.
We are in a period of time when it's more difficult to understand loyalty to a denomination, and perhaps that's a good thing in some ways, but it's also a good thing to know who your people are and to know who your community is and to know where you came from. And I think that's what NYC helps us to do.
It gives a voice to the youth. It gives a chance for the youth to gather and express their faith and see what's going on in their generation. And NYC is a really great forum and place to just have the space to start conversations and explore the Bible in new ways that relates to us now, today.
The conference is important for it takes our youth and introduces them to the wider church. Not only the program of the church, but more importantly the people. And getting to make friends that they will then see at other denominational activities, and possibly then if they attend a Brethren college or go on into ministry.
National Youth Conference has been a part of my unfolding call process. I began to sense that call as a young person, and each time NYC has come around, I've felt God in new and fresh ways, and feel my call continuing to be related to the community that gathers for National Youth Conference.
From NYC, I remember several of the speakers, Paul Groud, and there were several others that said things that really struck home with me. They encouraged me to find my voice and to know that God loves me and where I am. And I think it encouraged me to continue following God's call in my life, and eventually I will be licensed, and I'm really excited about that. So I think NYC was a really good way to kickstart some of those conversations for me.
I can look back at National Youth Conference and I consider it one of the moments of call. I've received a couple of moments of call in my life, but clearly the closing worship at National Youth Conference was a moment where I felt affirmed by God's presence and called to be a part of the church. Didn't know at the time what where that would lead, but clearly felt a call to be part of the church, and I saw that at National Youth Conference.
The anointing services on Saturday night are always very meaningful. As a young person, it was the spiritual high point of the week, and now as an adult, watching other young people reach the culmination of the experience is really overwhelming, and it's a spirit-filled moment every time.
If you're looking for a way to support the ministry of National Youth Conference, one thing you could do is to encourage at least one youth to attend National Youth Conference 2014.
Are you up for the challenge?